Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Hit that like and subscribe button. Also, going over to my Patreon page. The link is in the description. Subscribe to the Patreon page. I got a lot of dope content coming out, not just about boxing, but about a bunch of other stuff. But let's get into this Jarrell Miller video. On Tuesday, we found out that this coward, this cheat, had popped positive for a banned substance following a test that was conducted by VADA, March 20th. Now, on Wednesday, Jarrell Miller was denied a license to box by the New York State Athletic Commission over the failed drug test. So his June 1st bout with Anthony Joshua canceled. Jarrell Miller says that he's shocked. He doesn't need Peds to beat Anthony Joshua, and somehow he'll be vindicated. Well, Jarrell Miller, one doesn't just ingest, what was this shit called? What was this drug called that he took? The hell was this shit called? Hold up. You know what? It really don't fucking matter what this shit was called. It's not like he just sprinkled some of this shit in his fucking cornflakes, or, since Jarrell Miller likes to eat a lot of sugary foods, his corn pops or his Captain Crunch with the extra berries. Yeah, you don't just sprinkle no fucking steroids into that shit. You probably injected this shit. I'm thinking you injected this shit into your neck, all right? Now, Jarrell Miller left this long, lengthy, ridiculous message on one of his social media platforms. I'll read part of it off, and then we'll react. I want to thank all my supporters who have stood by me since day one, and especially during this extremely difficult time. I have not been tuned into social media. I wonder fucking why. I'm skipping the rest of that shit. Start the new quote. I am absolutely devastated upon hearing the news. My boxing license has been revoked in New York State, and I'll be vigorously appealing this decision. I have never knowingly taken any banned substances, and when I found out the news last night, I was totally shocked. Totally shocked, he says. Next quote. My team and I stand for integrity, decency, and honesty, and together we will stand to fight this with everything we have. This was a voluntary test that I was very happy to do, and the results came back just 1 week after another voluntary test that I had taken, which was completely clean. I refuse to just lie down and let my dream be taken away from me when I know in my heart that I've done nothing wrong. All right, I'm done reading his statement, all right? That's Jarrell Big Baby Miller's statement, okay? So this is probably what happened, man. You just probably taking that shit, and you know what? Let's clear some things up. You have popped dirty for a banned substance in the past, all right? So this is your second offense. And as far as I'm concerned, you need to be outed from the sport of boxing. Regardless of what you say, talk about you don't know how it got into your body, your bloodstream. Well, who put it in your bloodstream? How did it just get there, just out of nowhere? Me thinks you were probably taking that shit for your other fights where you didn't get drug tested. And when Anthony Joshua was trying to fight Wilder, you didn't think you were going to be called upon, and you didn't think your ass was going to get picked for the fight. But you got picked, and you tried to cycle off that shit. But guess what? It was still in your system. You still had that juice in your body. Now, you weren't going to beat Anthony Joshua anyway, whether you had gear in your body or not. We knew you weren't going to win. But, this was a big opportunity that you had, and this was a huge opportunity for you to, get paid, make a career high payday, and get your name out there, and go off in front of your people in New York. But now you don't get the payday, you don't get the shine, you fucked up. And now you could, be banned for a year, 2 years? I don't know. He could be out of sport of boxing forever, as far as I know. So this was a really bad move from Jarrell Miller. And he's regretting this. He's been on social media. The thing is, when you're taking some stuff you're not supposed to take, your team needs to be a little bit more strict about who comes in contact with you, what you're eating. You got to watch all these things, especially for a fight of this caliber. You go from fighting regular dudes to, the biggest name in the heavyweight division in Anthony Joshua, and you just blew it. You blew it. And now you don't get the fight. So who are you going to fight next? You'll probably never get a fight with Wilder. He's not going to fight you. He don't even like you. You know? And Joshua and his team will be reluctant to fight you because of you just blew a big opportunity here, dog. And with the timing, it kind of ruins things because now they got to find an opponent in 6-7 weeks for Joshua to fight. And it's a hassle, man. You ruin your legacy in the sport of boxing. You're tarnished. You're dirty. You know, you were talking all that shit. This is my thing. He was talking all this shit about Anthony Joshua. He even alluded to Anthony Joshua being on something, on some sort of banned substance, when he was the one that was taking the banned substance. Let that sink in for a minute. He said that Anthony Joshua could potentially be on something, but he was the one who popped dirty in his drug test with VADA. So come on. None of this adds up. Jarrell Miller clearly trying to gain a competitive advantage over Anthony Joshua because he knew he couldn't beat him. He knew that he was unable to beat AJ without having some sort of competitive advantage. And guess what happened? That shit blew up in your face. Now you ain't getting no money and you ain't got no fight. Hitman Boxing, drop a comment, like the video, join the Patreon page. The link is in the description. I'm out.